Hey guys, welcome back to Disc 3 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. And again, just like with Disc 2, we don't really get much of a cutscene. That's it. We're here at the North Crater and we could go in. But there are a few things I'd like to do first. And a few enemies to fight still, some super bosses. What do you want me to sign now, Yuffie? Jeez, what's this? What? Why would I want to do that? Yeah, Cloud's got it down. Airsick. I've only been on a plane a couple of times, actually. Never for very long. I think an hour, hour and a half tops. Not much for flying. I have no reason to take to the skies too much. Okay, I don't understand the point of this line, but I guess it's Yuffie, so I'll just let it slide. Sure, why not? Yeah. Some of these characters have some interesting dialogue while we're here. Kate Sith does not. Anyway, let's look at Barrett. Barrett got anything interesting to say? Time? Are you feeling old man? It's alright. Huh. The other day I tried that one, didn't seem all that interesting, so let's say it cool. Anything different? Aww. I'm sure that has some effect on her affection stat, but since the game sequence is over, that doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna say yes. From what I've heard, Loveless was a play that you were, at some point, going to be able to view at the Gold Saucer. And it was going to be part of some, like, little side quest event thingy. And there's only a couple instances left in the game that kind of showed off. They actually took the idea out of the game because of lack of time or lack of space or whatever. But if you remember way back to the start of the game, when you see the opening cinematic with Aeris and in Midgar, and in behind her, there was a sign that said Loveless, and it's also there, I believe, when you meet up with Aeris as the Flower Girl after you blow up the first reactor. The only other sequence I know that talks about it is this one here with Sid. So I wouldn't really expect that Sid would be one to go to the theater. Whatever, I guess. Well, there you go. Uh-huh. That's funny. Okay. Maybe it's because of something I just watched, but every time, you know, somewhat like, or not every time, but when he says that there, I put a vision of Casablanca in my head. I don't know why. Oh well. Here's looking at you, kid. That's a different movie. What am I referencing? I have no idea what I'm referencing. Oh well. Anyway, I'm just gonna float through the rest of that because it's not particularly interesting. I'm afraid of nothing. Not afraid of Sephiroth. Don't seem too sure of yourself there, Red. Anyway, take the ship to... We're already there, Vincent. You're a little behind the times. I think these are all the lines that they say normally when you're just flying around. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. We've talked to everybody. Everybody seems happy enough. And we now have a full-fledged pilot here. Can he do anything that he couldn't do before? No, not really. However, we do have a new airship sprite, sort of. There's no more blimp, and we get the little rocket-powered, whatever they are. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And I think the ship actually flies a little bit faster now that they have these. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a little faster at least. Anyway, like I was showing you guys before there, we do have the ultimate weapon here. And there's an interesting thing about this guy. And I'm just going to adjust my setup, and I'll talk about it in a minute. Alright, we're back. And I figure I might as well go over my setup for this guy, since it's, you know, a little bit of a change at least. Tetra Elementals on everybody to absorb elemental attacks. What was particularly of importance is elemental and something that's non-elemental. Non-elemental is kind of a strange thing in this game because there are a few spells that are considered non-elemental and are like it's a hidden element. And one of those spells, I think one of the very few, is the Ultima Weapon's Ultima Beam attack. So this will allow us to absorb that attack. There are a lot of other spells, such as Neo Bahamut, that are also non-elemental, but they don't fall under this hidden element. They actually have no element at all, even though non-elemental should technically be no element at all anyway. For some reason, there are a couple of attacks in the game that do qualify as this hidden element. Not very many, but a few. So yeah, main reason why I worked on the elemental materia was for this fight, but you could skip it entirely if you really wanted to. It's not going to affect it all that much. The other thing is you want all of your enemy skills on one character for this fight. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, where is it? The long range materia on Cloud. Your best party for this will include Barrett, Vincent, or Yuffie, and just two of those three because they have long range weapons, and you can fight this guy in the air, which I'm going to do. He always begins here in the crater by Janon, so you'll always fight him here first, and he kind of works like Death Gaze from Final Fantasy VI. If you don't kill him enough in one turn, he will, here are hero drinks. They increase your stats by, I believe it's 35% or 30%. Cloud's going to get one of those and then mime it so that he has a lot more magic potential. Here's that Ultima Beam attack. And basically, yeah, so if you don't deal enough damage to this guy, he will run away and he'll fly around the world, sometimes taking up to half an hour to settle in a new location. Because of this, and because I do not have the patience to deal with that anymore, I'm just going to use Knights of the Round, and basically what happened... No! No! Okay. Really? Okay, I guess we're gonna go find him. Can't believe you did that, you son of a bitch. Alright, now he's gonna fly away, and I guess we'll kind of get to see him. Basically, he'll always kind of fly away from you, so I'm just gonna kind of let him go. Come on! Stop flying in the damn circle, you moron. Hopefully he'll go to a location where he will stop. Hi. Come on, like this is why I did not want to do this and why it really shouldn't have happened. I've never seen him fly that fast from the battle. Hey, come back here. Oi. Come on. Alright, this is getting tedious. I'll do this off screen. Wherever he stops, I'll meet you there. Okay, I gave up. He was flying around for over 10 minutes, and I just said the hell with it. I can redo everything from the start of a disc in that amount of time. So this time we're going to do less talking about, what's interesting about this guy, and more killing him outright. Anyway, what I wanted to say last time, but didn't get around to it because the game hates me, is the fact that, he'll fly around all over the world. He has 100,000 HP, and eventually he will, once you've drained him below 20,000 or completely depleted him of his HP, he will actually fly to one spot that is always the same, the final battle with him. Right? So yeah, let's just use Knights of the Round. Do not fly away. Thank you. And what we'll do is we should be able to, because of the hero drinks that increase his stats, it'll increase the amount of damage we can deal with this summon. And just kind of take a look at how much damage this summon can do. It is obscenely ridiculous in terms of how much damage it can do compared to pretty much everything else. It's not done. It's not done by a long shot. So yeah, my plan here is to increase the Cloud stats enough so that he can deal the entire 100,000 damage. What he'll now do eventually, is he will fly away. He will fly away to his final encounter point, and he'll get reset, even although I've depleted his HP here, or I will anyway. He'll have his HP reset to 20,000, which is the level at which he'll go there. If you deal, say, 99,999 damage, he'll have 1 HP left at the other location. If you deplete it completely, he'll go up to 20,000. I think this is the fastest way of getting him there without having to follow him around the world map, and it makes life so much simpler. Plus it gives him 20,000 HP at the other side, which will make it at least somewhat a fair fight, even though I could technically just do this again. I'm not going to. I'm using this simply so I don't have to chase this guy around. Another note, well, I'm just going to kind of go over all the different locations that he can be at, but if you fight him in the air, like it was here, you can steal a circlet from him. I already have 3, so I don't care. There are situations where you will fight him at the ground. You also don't get any experience, AP, or gil from the other fights, the ones where you're not at his final location. If he's on the ground, you can steal a reflect ring from him. I guess that could be useful? Not particularly. Anyway, this is one of the locations, Fort Condor. He'll just be hovering over there. That'll be a ground fight, I believe. Yes. He can also be over top of Gongega, and that will also be a ground fight. He'll also show up over Midgar and the North Crater, though I think I've seen him fly over Midgar once, but I've never seen him over the North Crater. According to my notes, that's where he can be. There are fights where you can encounter him in the air, and those include, yeah, he's just hiding over here by Cosmo Canyon. Those include Janan, over top of Janan, which is where we fought him at the initial point. I don't think he goes back there. He'll hover over Mediel, the Nibel Mountain, so not the city of Nibelheim. He'll actually be back here, over top of the mountains, right about here. And where else? And Cosmo Canyon, yeah, that's the last area here. So, okay, so we've figured all that out. I know where I'm going. I'm not that drunk. Do I need anything else before going for this fight? No, I don't think so. Anyway, here is the final confrontation with him. This is where he will die. Best way to start off with this fight... where's my enemy skills? Use Big Guard. This is why I have the Tetra Elementals, because he uses that Thunderball attack. And he's on the ground, he'll use an Earth-based attack as well, though we can't use it in the air for obvious reasons. You want the long-range materia on Cloud, which allows him to actually attack this guy. And the, Barrett can also attack from here too. So let's do that. We want to deal just under 20,000. So let's use Ultima with Quadra Magic. And then, what do I want to do next? I want to deal a small amount of damage. I don't want to risk Cloud killing it. So yeah, let's use... Wow. Basically, I want Vincent to deal the final blow since he has all the... the enemy skill material, because he has a final attack, which is an enemy skill that I'd like to learn for all of my enemy skill materials. Most amount of damage you seem to be able to do against this guy is with Magic Breath if you're not using, Quadra Magic or something like that. So hopefully this will be enough. Probably not. I'll probably have to hit him one more time. Yes? No? No, I have to hit him one more time. Alright, enemy skill, Magic Breath, one more time. And here he'll use his finisher. And good, I have my barrier still up. That's very important for this. Okay, maybe not still up? Okay, good. Yeah, so you want the barrier still up, and you want him to use it on the person who has all of your enemy skill materials, and they should be at full HP, because Shadow Flare does a lot of damage. Even if you die, you'll still get it, but I want to get the AP and the experience from this fight because it is quite substantial. More important than anything is the AP. At this point, levels are, yeah, they're helpful, but not great. And here we get the Ultima weapon, which is Cloud's ultimate weapon. I was saying back on disc 2, I think, that I thought that I had them all, but I was wrong. There's actually this one and one more left. And I don't know why, but we don't get a sound effect. And as you can see, here is the ancient forest. You now have access to getting up here without the need of a chocobo. So you can do that if you so choose. I prefer getting the apocalypse before fighting him, but anyway, I'll meet you inside of Cosmo Canyon. And we're back. I'm sorry I cut into the middle. I was just going to meet you upstairs, but I'd forgotten about this line of dialogue. Oops. Anyway, if you just kind of enter into the town, they will inform you that Boogan is not well. So let's make our way upstairs. I guess I'll do this on screen now since I'm too lazy to cut it off again. I'll do that later. I don't think it matters. I don't think you need red for this. I think red will run up here automatically, though I'm not 100% sure on that. If not, then I'll obviously have to do that off screen. Again, yeah, there's still reason to come back to a lot of the old towns, which is pretty nice, considering a lot of times there is no reason. No, I do need red. Okay, there we go. That's better. Anyway, once this initiates, Cloud and whoever else is with him understand that this is kind of personal, so they exit and leave Red to talk to his grandfather. Of course. Yeah, it's kind of been revealed that his destiny is much bigger than that, isn't it? Warble. Funny word. Okay, you're over 100, you're 130 years old, you're not human. Was it the oldest person is? I think it was like 114 or something like that. That's the record. Nah. Okay, how is he going to have children if he's the last of his kind? I'll rant about that a little more later. This is... I know I talked about this already once before, how this is a great take on the Cosmo Canyon theme, different variation. But it really does have so much more emotion than the original theme, and the original theme is definitely more earthy, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is definitely a powerful emotional theme. Oh, a gift. A present for I. I'm not doing the voice. I was thinking about Chrono Cross. Not doing voices. I don't know if I'll do that game or not. I said it, now I have to, don't I? It won't be next. I have to do lots of prep for that one. Yeah. Is he? He's going away again. Well, yeah, we kind of saw that. He's going away to be one with the planet. Oh, yeah. Zipped out of here. Okay. We get the Limited Moon, which is the final ultimate weapon in the game. Well, the final one I'm getting anyway. It's, of course, Red's. Yeah, I like how even though Red knows better and Cloud knows better and whoever else is here knows better, they just kind of let him deal with it in whatever way Red wants to deal with it. I like that. I don't think we need to go into, you know, a whole bunch of detail and everyone has to feel sorry for him. I like the way they do it. I also like it when I set my timer so that it's actually moving. Well, counting, whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's the extent of what we need to do at Cosmo Canyon. There are very few things left to do in the game. Beaten the ultimate weapon. We've done Cosmo Canyon. Ah, bloody hell. Airship's never where it's supposed to be. Why can't I get an airship like the Invincible that can land on everything? forests. Yeah, so we've done that, and I don't think this guy's going to show up yet. There are 2 super weapons that were not included in the original Japanese version, but they were included in the North American version, which is what I'm playing. I will be taking them out, but I won't be doing them right away. What I'm going to do is there's one new feature in the Gold Saucer that I want to show off, and then I'm going to actually head straight into the North Crater, and then we're going to go and we're going to do that. I might as well just walk to the Gold Saucer, might as well. Yeah, so I'm going to go straight there, and we're going to go through most of it. Well, we're going to go through basically all of it, save for the final boss gauntlet. And the reason for that is you can get some really useful pieces of armor when you're in there. And I would really rather have those for the ultimate, well, not the ultimate weapon fights, but for the special weapon fights, the super bosses, basically. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but might as well at least mention it this time. There's a guy that can appear up here, and he will trade gil with you. Trade gil for GP. So you give him gil, you get some GP. Not particularly useful, but it's there, I guess. I might as well mention it. If you really want it, you can like zone in and out until you happen to get him there. He doesn't show up very often, though. Anyway, I will... video's long enough. Anyway, I will see you guys next time for the last of the Battle Square.